is harmful and dangerous to think and claim and perpetuate the idea that there's something wrong with your body when there's nothing wrong with your health. Just because your body, your nose, your, I don't know, face shape, eyelids, whatever, um, are not one in the category that is considered to be attractive. Like, so who are these people who decide that? Because it's actually we know it does not, it's not leaning to any reasonable ground. We know that it's like fashion, it keeps changing. People found different things attractive in different time periods, and essentially there's nothing wrong with your body. There's nothing wrong with your stomach rolls. There's nothing wrong with your crooked nose or anything. Do get the braces. Do fix the what was that? Do fix your diabetes septum. Do get your jaw surgery. I don't know. These are essential things. Do take care of your health. Do get collagen boosters, etc. Do treat your acne. But remember always that it has nothing to do with your worth. Like, it's such a basic concept. That's why I didn't mention. Like, I think it's obvious, but still, it sounds it sounds wrong to say to talk about beauty without mentioning these toxicities. Just because it looks obvious, maybe it's not obvious to someone. I don't know. Um, so basically, yeah. When it comes to whether one should or should not get plastic surgeries, I don't know. Because like we should agree on one thing that it does have an effect on your life. Your like it will have an effect. It will change your life. Like there's some people say that it changed their life a lot. Like they their social life, their business, like their professional life. Yeah, like I'm not gonna talk about it, but like it's a very common knowledge, I think. Like you're more likely to be invited to places, you're more likely to be accepted. Like if two people are equally qualified for a job, guess who is gonna be guess who is more likely to get the opportunity? More good looking one. Yeah. It's just another factor along with your race, your background, your connections. Appearance is one of them. So don't like saying that appearance don't matter. It's superficial to care about appearance. Is like saying racism doesn't exist. It's like saying misogyny doesn't exist. I don't know what this like point of this mindset called, like lookism, whatever. Treating people according to their looks. And talking about like actually treating people who fall into unattractive people's category, like actually treating them differently, like doing that obviously. I understand that if you are looking for a date, if you're looking for someone to, I don't know, to have a relationship or something like that, you're gonna want to see someone who's good looking, who you're attracted to, and people are attracted to good looking people. If that makes sense, that's common sense. But like, it goes beyond that. Let's let's accept that. And I see a lot of luckism, a lot of mean behavior towards people who are considered unattractive. I'm gonna keep saying considered because sometimes they're not even I don't know, that's very subjective actually. I look at them and I don't think they're unattractive at all, but they still do get the unattractive treatment or whatever. And this is something to be something that we should fight. Like you should disagree with that if you are a good person, if you're a kind person, you should disagree with that and you should um try to eliminate that as much as possible. It can't be eliminated 100% possible because I mean, is it shallow? Is it incorrect to any degree to say that it's evolutionary? Um, but I don't know. We should like I can't teach people to I can't and I shouldn't be teaching people how to be more profound, how to not be superficial. Like if you're superficial, you're gonna care about looks. If you're superficial, you don't care about like you're gonna care more about your spouse's looks than their personality. You might even not know your spouse's personality living with them 20 years or something like more. I can't teach that people. You can and you shouldn't be. You shouldn't have to. So I don't really know like what I really mean by fighting wokeism, but like we should um confront it. We should confront it. A good person should confront it. But that's time where I was talking about rhinoplasty. It wasn't about that. It was about benefiting. It's a struggle where you can somehow change where you land. Like if you're black, you can't change where you land in the race scale. You can't turn white. If you're a woman, you can't turn into a man. Like if you actually identify as a woman, there's nothing you can do about it. Etc. But you can't change your looks. But you shouldn't have to. Um that's I actually still haven't made up my mind about changing looks because it is in its core very anti-feminist women because when you do that it might be your choice but choices can also um, encourage people when people started to get nose jobs like en masse because more people like popularity brings popularity and the more people get um aesthetic surgeries, the more people will want to, other people will want to get surgery. So you will be one of them. And someone might think of you, and someone who was not considering it might look at you and be inspired because you were someone who had this nose and who seemed like someone who didn't care about a better nose, who were okay with maybe cruise, maybe like not conventionally attractive nose. But you decided to change it, and they're like, if she does that, maybe it's not that bad. Actually, in society, everything, every single step you take, even if it's about your personal life, does have responsibility that comes with it. I'm kind of judging myself for wanting to change my face. Actually, mostly it's because I remind myself of my father, and I don't want that. I sometimes do hate my looks. Um, not because I'm unattractive, but because I am a female copy of my father, and it bothers me. It bothers me a lot. Um, I truly don't care about being pretty. I truly never thought about that. Like it might sound unlikely for a girl, but I never even wondered if I was pretty. I kind of always assumed that I'm pretty because pretty is a good thing. Like pretty is someone you want to see, and I want to see people. I want to see me. I like why not be pretty? But I never like genuinely wondered if people perceive me as pretty, and I never cared about that. I remember seeing pretty girls in my class and like around me, and I would be like, oh my God, she's so pretty. But like I didn't even have this thought. I didn't even like think, oh my God, I wish I looked like them. I never had that thought. And I never tried to look like that. There has been once that I changed my looks, like in school, in middle school, uh, in high school or middle school, I don't know. I was bullied, and I thought my looks had a lot of say in that, or I associated my looks with the time where I was heavily bullied. Like it kept happening for a whole year, and more. So I changed my looks. It was like a glow up. So when you glow up, your life changes. It's supposed to change. I don't know. It did change a little. People's treatment of me changed a little to a certain degree. Um, and I did look better. But I don't know how much it mattered to myself. How much did it matter to myself? I don't know. Some people say that looking better, taking care of your looks, is self-care. Actually, that's a lot of people. That's basically how it's known. If you're not doing your hair, if you're like dressed in bland clothes, you are either a very uninteresting person or you're someone who doesn't take care of themselves. And that's a negative trait. I don't agree with that actually. Like I think there are a lot of people who don't have a sense of fashion, who dress very blandly, who don't even comb their hair, but they're still very interesting people, and they have a lot of beauty to themselves. It's very toxic. The same goes for I don't know anything femininity, hair removal. I don't do hair removal honestly. It's stupid, and it kind of has me in awe. Uh, thinking how common and normalized that is. Like ripping your hair. Hair is basically your body part. Ripping your body parts off its roots and not doing that is not ripping off your body part is unhygienic, not normal. That's not normal. That's very interesting. Like my eyebrows don't show, but like I have never even touched my eyebrows here. Um, because it seems very unnatural to me. Why should I alter my body? What is wrong with my body? What is wrong with just existing and like living? Why should I be okay as long as I look a certain way? Why should I be acceptable as long as I look a certain way? Why should I um conform, is it the word, to some fuck ass norms? And I did mention it before that it's very obviously it's very superficial people who set these rules, who treat people according to these rules, and who perpetuate these rules. So choosing to conform, whatever, choosing to um, oh, wait, I'm gonna find this word. Yes, it's conforming. Choosing to conform to these rules does not make you a part of the system and the problem. So I know in a system where it expects you to change to be a certain way in an authoritarian way, um, not sure if it's the like if it's the best word. Like for the lack of a better word, I'm gonna say authoritarian. Like metaphorically, you could say authoritarian. Of course, it's not literally authoritarian, but like it will only treat you a certain way if you look a certain way that is like if you look attractive according to the beauty standards of the time period you're living in. Isn't it? Isn't it? It's a rebellion to be yourself in those systems. Should everyone rebel? Is choosing to not rebel a question of morality? Or does it take something off of your shoulder just because the people are doing it en masse? Actually, like a lot of things are linkable. I always like perceive the world that way. I, I, like even being racist in the times of racism, is the same situation when you look from this angle. People once did their makeup like in 1920s. People did their makeup a certain way. White people, they would kind of try to um, make their lips look thinner by lining them a certain way. By like they would put on their makeup a certain way. Because bigger lips were considered unattractive because it was associated with being black. Now people are now people think bigger lips are better. Bigger lips are more attractive. For whatever reason, I actually don't know that one. They now associate it with fertility. I don't know. The world is fucked. Every single time I think about anything, my conclusion is the same: the world is fucked. And we will always say positive things. We will always seem optimistic because it's just very dystopian. It's very maybe harmful to not be that way. But how realistic is it? We're gonna point out that little possibility that the things can change for the better. But we know we're probably gonna die in a world where they aren't better. I am someone who like to take on challenges and responsibilities, accountabilities, and that's why it bothers me. Otherwise, I wouldn't even think about that. This, like, who cares? Go get a rhinoplasty. Who cares? Like, go get that surgery or another one. Keep keep changing, modifying your body according to whatever is trending right now. You might also say that I'm not staying up for the trends. I just generally think that my nose like isn't in harmony, isn't a facial harmony with the rest of my face. But that's I think um you're underestimating the influence of the time period and beauty standards. Normalize stuff, because you probably wouldn't think that if you lived in ancient Greece. You probably would not. You would have different problems. You would have the Greek people's problems. Like we are not that creative actually. Like, we always overestimate our creativity, our originality, our free will. Like if I'm getting a nose job, it's probably not my free will. It looks like it's my free will, but it's actually not. I don't want to get a nose job. I actually want to live with that nose. And yes, I do wish that I was born with a different nose. Like everyone who gets a rhinoplasty wish that they were born with a different nose so that they wouldn't have to think about surgery. But like, uh, I don't even want that to matter. I don't want noses to matter. I don't want to care. I don't want to like feel like my heart sings. How my heart sings when I look at a mirror. Like, this is very stupid. This is very stupid. Like, listening to it, it's very stupid. Like, listening to yourself talk, it's very stupid. You're talking about the shape of your nose? Be for real. Be for real. Yeah.